Beautiful night, people. This is a night economy with Tade Cash, and it's a beautiful night. Let me know who is joining me for tonight. This promises to be another exciting time. Let's do this together. Fortune under your feet. How to create wealth in real estate in any economy. Wow. How do you create wealth in real estate in any economy? Is what I'm about to show to you. Anyone can make money when the time seems good, but how do you make money in any economy? That's what I'm showing you today, and I hope it's gonna be a life-changing experience for you. All right. Good to have you here, Adegoke Paul. How you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well. Let's do this together. Let's do it together. Okay. All right, guys. Let's do this together again tonight. Dario Gundare, my brother. How you doing? How do you make money in any economy? Fortune under your feet. Fortune under your feet with Tade Cash. It's been a very quite a long day. One of my mentees opened his office today, and I have to speak for him. It on the side of Lagos, called Egbeda. I was there today, and then I left for and then I go back, and then I had a meeting with some wonderful people in diaspora, about 40 or 40 of them. It's a Google Meet meeting. I think it's on is on YouTube. You can go to George Owen, Renew Minds. You can watch it on YouTube. It's going to be very quite insightful for you. I shared about the education of the rich. You know, thank you, Adedayo Gundari. I'm not, I've worked all day and I need to show up tonight. I'm not, I'm fine. I'm very fine. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your concern. I'm quite fine. You know, I'm quite fine. So it's a very good one. I'm gonna be fine. So I'm looking at how to fortune under your feet. This one section you want to take seriously. You want to do what I say in this place, and I believe it's going to transform your life. All right. If you want to be wealthy, one land can transform your life forever. One piece of land can change your life for the rest of your life. There was a time I shared a story about one of my neighbors, and it was during an election period where we all sat down and trying to dine within the estate and where I once lived, and he shared this simple story with me about how when he was working in the bank, someone told him to pick up a piece of land at the side of Lagos, and he was reluctant, but eventually he picked up the land. And when he picked up the land, after a while, 4 years after, he left the banking world and he remembered that he bought the land. He called his friend and they went to check up the place. When he got to the land, he bought 4 pieces of land and he was paying in a gradual way, right? And when he bought this piece of land, guess what happened? 4 years after, he went there for the first time. He has not even built the land before, and the first time he saw this land, guess what's going to happen to him? When he saw this land, someone came to walk up to them when they were in front of the land, because the whole place is already developed. And when he saw this land, someone asked him, he said, sorry, what are you guys doing here? And he said, oh, this piece of land belongs to me. And he said, oh, we have been looking for the owner of this land for a while now. And he said, what happened? He said, because there are buyers that have been coming around that would like to buy this piece of land. And then he said, oh, he was fascinated with that. He said, I would love to sell. And guess what happened? They exchanged number, and when he got home at night, someone called him and he said, based on the land that we saw you there today and all of that, a document was requested and all of those things were done. And at the end of the day, they make an offer to him to buy the land from him for 40 million naira each. He bought this land for less than 1 million, or about 1 million naira when he did 4 years ago. And then they decided to pick up the land for 40 million. He thought they were joking. And he said, he said to himself, if you're going to buy this land, guess what happens? Let me know, pay me up tonight. And within 24 hours, they sent him about 160 million naira. What really happened? 160 million for what you bought for about 4 million. What really happened? Was that a lock? Let me tell you another story. Once upon a time, because of what I'm about to share with you today, and I need you to listen to me, there are few persons in the world that can give you this kind of detailed information I'm about to give you tonight. And either you buy land or wherever you do, just use this information. It's going to change your life. The information I give you may not change you if you don't use them. I remember once upon a time I was called up to buy a particular property somewhere. Oh, good to have you here, David. Good to have you. Remember, what you share multiplies. So share this news, share this video tonight. Tell your friends, put the names of your friend in the comment section. Let them come watch this. It's going to change their life. You know, someone has been procrastinating on picking up a property. Someone has been changing his mind on buying an asset. But I'm showing you today how to buy an asset that will transform, that will create wealth for you in any economy. This is a fact. This is not a theory. I've been doing this for 15 years. And I believe this can change your life today. If you're an investor, you are watching this, follow the principles I've shared with you here today. You don't have to come buy anything from me. Just use it. I want you to be rich. I want you to be wealthy. I want you to be wealthy. That's what the most important thing to me. And that's it. So I bought this particular asset for less than 40 million. And in 4 years that I bought this asset for 40 million, I was offered about 300 million for it. And yes, I sold it for 300 million for what I bought for less than 40 million. What really happened? How did that go? What did I do right? How did I make that happen? And you know, and several of that occasions have occurred to me at different times. And that's why I'm here today, to show you how to buy land that will make you wealthy in any economy. Because there is a principles that make this world, to make this happen. Now, let me say this quickly to you. Land is a secret to building wealth out of real estate. Land is a secret to building wealth out of real estate. All right, land is the secret to building wealth out of real estate. If you want to build wealth in real estate, you know how to buy land, because many people don't know how to buy land. That's why they don't land in fortune. So many people also buy land by instinct. They don't buy land by design. There are many people that will tell you to buy land, but they are just telling you to buy land for their own reasons, not your reason. And you see, every land that you buy must follow 3 dimensions. It must be able to have people's benefit. It must meet the needs. It must meet the want and the desires of someone. Who is that someone? That someone is an investor. All right. So I want to show you today, in a short while, what are the things that literally make land grow in value. And because if you want to be wealthy, you have to buy land that is growing in value. Because if you don't buy land that grows in value, you cannot create wealth. I will say this again. Land is the secret to building wealth out of real estate. Land is the secret to building wealth out of real estate. One land can change your life. If one land can change your life, guess what is going to happen to you with 5 lands? You know, so I just told you about my neighbor. Let me also tell you about my uncle. Once upon a time, my uncle was working as a pilot, and someone told him about the land. So he decided, he was reluctant about buying this land, but he bought the land. So he bought the land, and when he bought the land, about 3 to 4 years later, his daughter was about traveling out of the country for a master's degree many, many years ago. And then he said, well, reluctantly, this 4 land that I bought, let's go check what the price is. By the time he bought the land, about $1 million or thereabout, I can't say particularly how much he bought the land. But 4 years when he went, the land is already about 40 million. And then he was so fascinated with that, he sold 2 of the land for 80 million. He sent his daughter abroad to go school, and then he was able to use the other money for something great. All right, what then happened? Now, this is what happened. Many of you might have heard a story like this in the past. You must have heard of somebody that bought a land at the time and something happened to him and the land makes him a lot of money. But I'm not fascinated with all of those stories. What I'm fascinated about is what is the pattern? What is the mode? What makes this happen? How can you make this happen in your own life? How can you make this happen repeatedly in your life? How can you change the narrative of things for you? And how can this become your natural condition? If that is you today, I want to show you how to do that. And that's why I'm here tonight. All right, I want to show you that land can make you wealthy. Land can change your fortune. Every wealth that is created in real estate is made from land. Let me say this to you. Land appreciates, building depreciates. And this is not meant to be said by a person like me that is a developer, person like me that's an investor, but I'm here to give you as it is and to let you know. And I will tell you the purpose of a land, and I will tell you the purpose of a house. I will tell you the purpose of an apartment today, and I will tell you the purpose of a land. And I think you can make something good out of this. And if you're the person you have been hesitating from picking a land, I think it's high time you begin to do something. What happened to you? You know, once upon a time, a lady and her husband came to me, and they said to me that they are working. One is a civil servant, one worked with a multinational. And both of them came to me, and I told them about how they can start building their fortune with buying land with a model that I've shown them. And so the compel strategy that I show them, and what I call the fortune under your feet strategy. And guess what happened? They decided to follow my instruction. They bought about 3 plots of land about 7 years ago for less than 6 million. Today, the land is worth about 75 to 80 million. The last time they checked. Why is it so? Why is all of these things like this? It's like this because there is a formula that makes this thing happen. I will say this again to you. Land is a secret to building wealth out of real estate. If you want to be wealthy using real estate, you must know how to buy land. And wealth, one land can make you rich forever, but you must know where to look for it. You must know what to do with it. And that is why I am here today. I hope you find this interesting. And that's why you need to share this video with as many people as possible. Why land? Because you see, the population of the world keep growing. Why land? The population of the world keep growing. We can't say categorically, well, this is the number of the people that live in Lagos today. We can't say categorically, this is the number of people that live in Nigeria today. But it keep growing. Now, one of the things I keep hearing in this season, people say Naira is falling. But I tell you for free, if Naira is falling, something needs to hold it. One of the things that can hold your Naira for you is not necessarily a building. One of the things that can hold your Naira for you is to be able to use what I'm about to share with you. And if you know how to buy land using the compare strategy, if you know how to buy land using this model, it's going to practically change your life. And this is one of the things that most people don't do. They don't know how to do this. They don't know how to follow these things. They buy land because someone is paying, someone is making noise about the land. But the purpose of buying land is two. Number one is for return on your investment, which is about profitability, and the return of your investment, which is about security. These two things must be together. Profitability and security must be considered if a land is going to make you rich. All right. So how do you go about this? How do you transform your life? How do you go from just someone that cannot do something to someone that can literally do something? Let me tell you, land will make you wealthy. But the question is, how do you buy it? How do you go about buying the land? How do you go about buying the land? Most people will tell me today, I can't afford to buy land. No. It's not that you cannot afford to buy land. The question is, you cannot afford not to buy land. But I'm not saying you should just buy land in randomness. I'm saying that you should buy land that can grow your fortune. And you can hardly hear people say this thing to you. So if you want to buy land that can grow your fortune, number one, you have to understand this. Land in an area with a high growth area is the way to go. What do I mean by that? High growth area. What do you mean by high growth area? You don't just buy land. Land are not created equal. Don't let anyone deceive you. Don't let anyone deceive you. Land are not created equal. Land are not created equal. So if land are not created equal, it means that the fortune in land are not equal. You must know where to buy land. And when I'm talking to you about this, I'm simply saying it's not necessarily just about Lagos. Land that can make you fortune can be found anywhere in the country. And I can tell you, I've been, by the virtue of my work, I've been to a couple of states in Nigeria, and I've been able to navigate different real estate in different parts of the country. And I can tell you, land can make you fortune outside of Lagos. All right? You need to learn how to buy land in an high growth area, because that is one of the ways to go. But how do you know the high growth area? What are the things that measure the high growth area? I want to show you that right away. If you want to learn this from me, if you want to let me show you this, either as an investor or as someone that shows investors, can you just put yes in the comment section? Let me know you're here with me. Just put a yes in the comment section. Put a yes. If you want to learn what makes an high growth area, put a yes in the comment section. Let me see you say yes in the comment section. All right, I've done real estate in a couple of countries in the world. I can tell you, this principle works everywhere. And good one, Hidrich, good one, Mr. Lakunle, good one. Just put a yes in the comment section. It's going to literally transform your life, man. There are growth area in Ogun State. There are growth area in Ibadan. There are growth area in Osun. There are growth area in River State. There are growth area in Port Harcourt. There are growth area in Delta. There are growth area in different parts. In different part of the country, in Kano, there are growth area, in Enugu, there are growth area, in Calabar. Guess what happened? But most people don't understand this, because no one has ever shown you how to do this. No one has ever shown you. Everybody want to sell something to you, but I'm not here to sell you anything tonight, okay? It doesn't mean you can't buy something, but it means that I need you to have this clarity. I need you to have this clarity. If you have this clarity, you can help people to make money, and you can also make money. Remember, I don't want to have the largest population, the largest followers on Facebook. I want to have the largest number of people that are creating fortune. I want to be able to show you how to create fortune. I want to show you how to go from smallness, from paycheck to paycheck, to someone that your life gets funded by your asset. And that's why I exist. That's why I'm here. That's why you're following me on my page. By the way, thank you everyone that followed me. And in case you have been invited today, you're not following yet, I need you to press the button, the follow button on Tade Cash page, and follow me. Because, one of the things we find out, a couple of people get invited to my page and they watch the amazing information and they will just leave. They are not following. You're missing a lot by not following me yet, okay? So if you want to be wealthy, remember, do not forget to share this video. Share the link, share the video, let more people see this, because someone needs to see this, because it's about to transform his life. I've told you about my friend. I've told you about my neighbor. I've told you about my uncle, that literally one land transformed their life. You see, that my neighbor, he collected almost 160 million naira. And that 160 million naira that he collected transformed his life forever. Why? Because of that. My uncle's life was transformed because of one land that he bought. He was able to send his daughter to school in the United States. And guess what happened? Because of the one land that he bought. But one of the things that every one of these people said to me, my life was also transformed because of the land that I bought. But the difference between me and them is that when I bought the land and I started making money from lands in a consistent manner, I started learning what is the pattern, what exactly is happening. What is the pattern behind this thing? And that's what I've done by reading a book called The Compel Strategy. In case you have not read the book, I think it can help you more to also read the book. It's called Compel Strategy. It will transform your life. It's a book that will show you, that will open your eyes on how to be able to buy properties. I'm not saying you should buy it. It's an e-copy book. It's 5,000. You don't have to buy it, please. You don't have to buy it. But if you want to further your education and you want to become a master, like what I do, you can read that book in combination and it's going to transform your life. All right. And so I've seen how people's life get changed. I was with a man today. He's a pastor of a church, and we were talking and he said something. A few years ago, they bought a property somewhere in Nasarawa. And when they bought the property, he even thought it was a waste of money. And almost a decade after, someone called them and he bought the property from them. He bought the property for less than 200,000 when he bought, and he bought about 5 acres of the land. He just left it. But according to him, last year, they called him and they said that land that he owns, someone to buy from him, and they bought each of the plot of the land for 5 million each. Look at the calculation. 5 million. 5 million times 30 plot. That's how they made it. So, but my work is not necessarily about the windfall money that people make. I want to show you how to make this money in a consistent way, either as an investor or someone that introduces people to invest. Because you see, land is a secret to building wealth out of real estate. Land is a secret to building wealth out of real estate. So if you know how to buy land, if you work on each land that you're working on a fortune. You're literally working on a fortune, but most people, from Namibia to South Africa to Botswana to to Zambia to Tanzania, I've seen opportunities to Kenya, to Rwanda, to Ethiopia, to Swaziland, to Lesotho. I have literally seen opportunities that can transform people's life. What am I saying? What I'm saying is very simple. I'm saying that these opportunities I've seen that can transform people's life are very amazing. And then what happened? What happened is clear. It's clear because there is a way to go about it. And the moment you know what to look for, is going to transform your life. Number one, you need to always learn to look at what I call the path of progress. I call it POP, path of progress. If you want to create wealth from land, you need to know how to look for path of progress. Now, let me tell you this about land. Real estate is not a global business. Real estate is a local business. I'll say that again. Real estate is not a global business. It's a local business. Well, let me look at one of my friends said it. I don't remember which of my friends said it now, so I can give him the credit. He said, he used a word, and I'm borrowing the word for real estate. It's a local business, local. So that means G-local. It's a local business. What will I say? Real estate is a local business. That means if you want to make money in real estate, you have to bring it into a local concept. Because behind your door, behind your area where you live today, there may be an opportunity for you. You may live in one side of town, and on the other side of town, there is an opportunity for you to make a lot of money. But you don't know anything about that other side of town, so you don't even know what is going there. You're not going to hear it in the news. You hardly hear it in the news. Because before opportunity becomes popular, someone has already prospered with it. Because creating fortune in real estate is not a popularity contest. It is a prosperity contest. So you need to understand the prosperity contest by knowing or having an insider. It's only in real estate that having an insider is not illegal. So someone tells you about a neighborhood. Someone brings an opportunity to you. I'm bringing an opportunity to some of my guys right now. And some of my guys have already taken up the opportunity. Let me just use the opportunity to share something with you. So there is this opportunity in somewhere, part of Lagos, called Ikotu in Lagos. Where a plot of land now is going for about 30 million to 35 million. I had a deal to build a particular estate there. And we're just practically filling the land, and we give about 10 investors an opportunity to own the land for 10 million. That is buying fortune at a discount, a huge discount. Now, by the time the land has a C of O and it has all of those stuff, and you're buying it for 10 million. Right now, the last land that was sold in the place is 25 million. It's a fully developed environment. That is the only land that is remaining there. The land has been fully acquired with a document. Guess what happened? Now, you don't know about it because nobody told you. And someone is going to cash out from that land. It can buy, look at it. Someone is buying 5 plots of the land for 50 million. And in 6 months, the land is going to be completed with the infrastructure. It's going to sell 2 plots of this land. I can guarantee you that. You're going to sell 2 plots of that land for about 50 to 60 million. Because that is the only land, the value, what I'm going to show you today. One of the fundamentals of things that shows the land that can make you money. I call it the ECB. ECB. I'm going to show you very soon what that means. And because this follow the ECB principles, and The last land that was sold in the area was sold for 25 to 30 million. And people bought it. Completed environment, developed. And now the environment is extremely developed. Right here in Ikotun, now guess what? But an opportunity is going for you to pick the same land for 10 million naira. You know, and so they have few plots to sell for that amount with all the documentation. Because they just want to use the money to do the infrastructure. Now, 10 million for the land that was sold in an area. Now, not a projected price. The land established in the area is 30 million. It's all sold out. This is the only land remaining. And you're getting the land for 10 million. Guess what happened? An investor picked 5 of that. He's going to sell 2 of this land for about 25 million. That means 2 of the land in 6 months. Inflation adjusted, he's going to sell them for 60 million. And you see how 4 of them. 4 of them is going to be worth about 120 million for him. What is the percentage of that? That can only happen when you know how to use a compare strategy. Remember, so in case you're watching this and you feel like, oh, you like that deal, Mr. Tadi, I would like you to secure that kind of deal for me. It's not compulsory. You like me to secure that kind of deal for you. You can either send it, you can either put it there, put deal there. It's 10 million. The land is 25 million. You can go to the area and ask, it's 30 million. It's all sold out. But this land, I've secured it. It's 10 million. It has all the documents. You buy it. You take possession of it in about 6 months. But you can buy it. It's 10 million. You must have 10 million. If you don't have 10 million, it's not for you. But if you want to sell it in 6 months to 1 year, you can sell it for 25 and 30 million. It is guaranteed. The people that want to buy it are there. All this kind of deal don't come all the time. These are deals you cannot Google. But guess what happened? Guess what happened? That is how people get wealthy. That's how I made money myself in real estate. But this is what happened. You must look for it. Now, Ikotu is in an area, the largest local government in Lagos State, Alimosho local government. Ikotu is the center of that. So if you're kind of person like that and you're watching this and you're interested in that, it's not compulsory, I beg of you. If you're interested in that, it's either you send me a DM if you don't want people to see what you're doing, or you put it, you want to talk to me, you can put deal. It's a deal. If you know that, don't put a deal. There's no time to waste time, guys. It's only 10 deals that they have. I'm secured all of these deals already. And if you want it, you can do that. All right. And so I've just used that to describe something to you. That is how people. I just told you about someone that picked 5 of that deal. Now, so he's going to sell this deal for 50 million, 60 million. He has to make his money back. He has 4. If you leave that 4 for another 1 year, you can sell it for, if you want to sell it. People want to buy. It's a fully developed environment. I've done this before. I turned the water to land, and people bought this investment for about 6-7 million at that time. And in less than 1 year, they're selling for 15-17 million. And they all sold out. Why? Because it's a city land. Land in an high growth area is the way to grow your wealth. Land in an high growth area is the way to grow your wealth. It's not enough to buy land. If you want to be wealthy, land in an high growth area. Some of the land in an high growth area may not look like it. But if you understand what I'm sharing with you today, it's going to change your life. Follow the path of progress. Follow the path of progress. Follow the path of progress, guys. Follow the path of progress. Because the path of progress will change your life. The path of progress will change your life. And what are the things that measure the path of progress? Employment, population, the lifestyle. What I just mentioned to you meet all of these things. Okay? And so, you have to look at that path of progress. Path of progress is very fundamental. What are the things that measure path of progress? Number 1, you have to look at commerce. We have to look at commerce. Because commerce drives the value of asset. You have to look at commerce. Number 2, you have to look at opportunities. What are the things that look like difficulties in the area that can become an opportunity for you? You have to look at the area in times of migration. Who are the people moving to that area? You have to look at population. Now, I just told you about Alimosho local government. That's the largest local government in Lagos. Alimosho local government is the largest local government. It's connected. Huge people. numbers of people in that area. Commerce is there. Opportunities are there. You know, just what I presented to you looked like difficulty, but it's an opportunity for someone to become wealthy. Let me tell you, the land that will make you wealthy may not necessarily be where you live. And the challenge with this is that the first land that will make you wealthy is not necessarily about where to build your house. It's what can build your wealth. Remember what I said? Land is a secret to building wealth out of real estate. I mean, the land that will make you wealthy may not just be the land you want to build your house, but the land that will build your wealth. And for that to happen, you have to follow the path of progress. For that to happen, you have to follow the path of progress. The first part of progress is commerce. The second part of progress is opportunity. Opportunity will always come like difficulties, all right? So when I go to area, let me give you another example. I have this student in Botswana, you know, and I started sharing this principle with them. They were able to turn less than 300,000 pula to 1.2 million pula in less than 6 months by just following what I say to you now. You see, I don't tell you this, I tell you what I do. I have students all over the world. I have students in different continents of the world that has followed the principles I'm sharing for you with you. Let me tell you, by the way, some of them paid me a huge amount of money for me to share this with them because it works all the time. So, commerce. Number 2, opportunity. Thank you, David, for putting this stuff online. Opportunity. How do you measure opportunities? Opportunities will often form income of problems, the needs, the wants, the desires of the people. How can you use this land to help people meet their desires? Oh, you heard the Dangote build, you heard the Dangote, there is a Dangote refinery. There is, you know, I'm just using that as an example. Okay, the other day there's this estate called Itura Industrial City. We powered it. It's called Itura Industrial City. It's in Abeokuta. I think it's directly opposite Day Waterman College. And it's just like less than 5 minutes or 7 minutes to an hotel called Conference Hotel. Now, I lodged in Conference Hotel with some of my guys last weekend. And each night in Conference Hotel, we paid about 60,000 or 65,000. And guess what happened? There is also shortlet very close to the place, 3-bedroom shortlet that's going for 100,000 per night. Now, guess what happened? The place where we build the estate is just very close to the place. So how does that happen? It happens because you have to keep watching for things. It's close to Kuto market, Kuto, and then you get to this big market because commerce. The government of Ogun State will be making more money in real estate if they understand what I'm saying and begin to apply these things to the technicalities of the area. You can find the same thing in Ogun State. I've asked students that have taken these to Kwara State and they apply this principle and they make money in real estate. What am I saying to you? This is how it works. You have to understand the high growth areas. And the high growth areas are the part of progress. The number 1 part of progress is commerce. Number 2 is opportunity. Number 3 is migration. You need to understand where are the pieces that people are moving to. Number 1 is opportunity. Number 2, commerce. Number 2, opportunity. Number 3, migration. What do I mean by migration? You need to understand. I told you that real estate is a local business, or you can call it a global business. People are moving. As people are moving, the money is moving. Okay? So you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to the movement of people. Because the movement of people is value migration. As people move, money moves. Because the money is with people. The money is with people. So you study this thing. So land will make you rich when you understand the path of progress. And the path of progress is about commerce, it's about opportunities, about migration. The fourth is about population. So you need to understand population. Population. That's why I told you about Ikotun. I told you about this estate in Ikotun right now. Population, the highest local government in Lagos, Alimosho local government. Connected to Yanokpaja, connected to Egbeda, connected to all of these places. There are several big markets in this axis. The land is already going for 25, 30 million there. And there you have access to own the same land for 10 million. With a guarantee CFO on the land. Guess what happened? You can resell this land in another 1 year. This is not a forced projection. You have bought the land below the market value. And I'm going to show you why that is possible. And I'm going to show you what makes that way. Another thing that you have to do is that some of you live outside of Lagos. You may have to begin to think of investing outside of your state. And some of you live in Lagos. You may have to begin to think investing outside of Lagos. Because you have to keep looking for where you can find this growth. Wherever you find them, that is where you should invest. Looking interstate for your next property. You have to keep looking. You have to keep putting your ears down. Because real estate is a local business. It's not like stock market where you can hear the news, you can watch the news. No, it's not that way. Remember, land appreciating value while building depreciate. So the real money is in the land content. If you're buying a house, what is the land content of the house? The house that will make you wealthy must have about 40% land content. Now, people don't want me to say this to you, right? But I'm going to tell you. So, look interstate for your next property. Begin to look outside of your zone, outside of your environment. You're not just buying land so that you can live there. You are buying land so that you can fund your living. The challenge with so many people, and they get restricted because they think, oh, the reason why I'm buying land is to build a house. Let me tell you about a woman that attended one of my classes the other day. A few years ago, someone invited her to come to buy land somewhere. I think precisely about 10 years ago. They invited her to come buy land somewhere in a Kotun of Lagos for ₦1 million. When she got to the place, she saw water on the land and she was even angry with her friend. And she said, why did you bring me here to the place that has water? I'm going to tell you something about water and land right now and the opportunity that is massive in a land with water that you can take advantage of. They call me the Michelangelo of real estate investing. They call me the Michelangelo of real estate repositioning because I've been able to master how to turn water to land and how to, just like Jesus turned water to wine, I am able to turn water to land and legally make use of it. So this is what happened. She saw the land and she was angry and she left. She did not buy the land. 7 years later, she was looking forward to if she could get a land there. That land that was offered to her to buy for ₦1 million is now selling for 19 million. Do you hear what I just said? The land is being sold for 90 million. 90 million. 90 million. She told me that every time she passed through that area, she gets angry with herself. Because she's just looking at the money she has lost on the table. Imagine she put ₦4 million of her depreciating currency into buying that land. She will have an asset now worth 360 million because of the 4 million. What a way to multiply what you have. And that's what can happen to you if you are able to buy things. So many people talk about distance, but land, you're not buying land based on distance, you're buying it based on substance. It's not about how far is it, it's about how far it can take you. So you need to begin to think about these things in your decision making. Yeah, do all your verification, do all your findings, do all your necessary stuff. But so when you see people will say to me, I would have loved to buy that land, but when I got there, I saw some water on it, and that's why I'm not sure. No, 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 no. When you see water on the land, you should ask yourself two questions. What problem? Every wealth is created through solving problem. But you have to ask yourself this question. What problem are we solving here? Let me give you the caveat. Because the land has water does not mean you can buy the land. But you now have to ask yourself, what problem does this land has? There are two problems a land can have. It can either be structural or cosmetic. What does that mean? Structural means it's a very huge one and it's not meant to be solved by you. Cosmetic means the problem can be solved. It's not every land that has water that is bad. The system of the area can make a land to have water, but the land can be filled with a minimum way, and then you can transform your life. The land that has made me the largest amount of money and the land that has water that I turn around. So what do you want to do? You want to be able to look at all of those things and begin to ask yourself questions. You're not buying distance, you're buying substance. It's not how far the place is, it's how far the place can take you. So you're looking at these things and then you are literally making your decisions. Because what are you buying land for? For profitability and security. The return on your investment and the return of your investment. So most people want to buy what is popular. Let me tell you, most time when it is popular, you're just making someone else rich because someone has bought it before it's popular. So you need to look at these things. And when you are buying, you are asking yourself, what problem is this going to solve? What needs? What is the desire? What is the want of the person that is going to use this thing? And how can I fill that need with this property? And these are the questions that most people don't ask. So you follow the path of progress. Remember the path of progress as a dynamics. Commerce, opportunity, migration, population. The next is employment. Employment. How many people are getting employed in the area? How many businesses can be found around the area? What is the radius of the place to employment? It's an emerging market. The wealth of real estate is not in the hot market. It's in the emerging market. What is the difference between hot market and emerging market? The evolving market. The evolving market is a market that will make you wealthy. The hot market is a market that is already for the people that are already wealthy. So you have the commerce, you have the opportunity, you have the migration, you have the population, you have the employment. And lastly, you have the lifestyle. Tell me what lifestyle, what is the recreation, what is the school around the area? What is happening around this place in terms of entertainment? How close is the radius of this place? And if you can pinpoint all of these things, guess what happened to you? It's going to literally transform your life. Now, that's how people get wealthy in any economy with real estate. Because land will always make you money. When your naira is falling, you can hold it with land that have the compare strategy. Don't just buy all the land, buy the land that has a compare strategy. So there's difference between the hot market and the evolving market. So the wealth is in the evolving market. The market that is evolving. You need to understand the market that is evolving. That is where the job is. That is where the opportunities are. The populations are going there. The migrations are going there. And if you buy those kind of land, it's going to make you rich for sure. All right? It's going to make you rich for sure. Now, how do you then determine the price of this kind of land? I call it a very simple concept. It's called benchmark principle. Benchmark principle. Benchmark principle. Now, look at it. This benchmark principle have what we call established capital benchmark. Established capital benchmark. Now, this is where most people lose money in real estate because they buy hype, not a real thing. You need to follow what I call the benchmark principle and follow what I call the established capital benchmark. What do you mean? What do I mean by established capital benchmark? Established capital benchmark is this. So I just told you about an area, a PG estate in a Kotu. The established capital, capital benchmark in the area is a land of 500 square meter is being sold for 25 to 30 million right now. How do I know? Someone just bought some plot last week, and there is no land to be sold anymore except this land I just told you about. So that is the established. Now, how do you then make money? You're then getting a deal that can help you to buy this land for about 30 to 50% underneath the price of what the established benchmark is. You have made it. And that's what it is all about. You have made it. So now, this deal is not going to be there forever. So you have made it. So what do you get this kind of thing? The first thing you do is to look at what is the established benchmark. So some of you are buying lands today in some places in Lagos. Some people are hyping this land for you. And guess what happened? They are making the money off you, but you can't make any money. Because don't even ask the question of the established benchmark, capital benchmark. So when that is being understood, you now get a deal that is getting below 30 to 50% of that. Right now, you have made fortune. So what happened when you buy land? The real wealth of land is not made when you sell the land. That's what are you talking about? You need to listen to this. This is about to change your life. If you follow the compare strategy, you make money when you buy the land. So I see people that are depending on making money when they sell. No, that's not how to make money. What you can really control is when you buy. So now when a land in an area has a established capital benchmark of 25 to 30 million, and you are buying the land for 10 million right now, what have you done? You have just bought the land. You just made money buying the land. And this is not hyping. That's how it works. So what are you buying land for? Now, I told you I'm going to share with you what land will help you to do and what an apartment will do for you. And that's where I'm going to stop today. By the way, I'm going to host a higher version of this program in my class called Fortune Under Your Feet, in my Telegram class, where I show you some more secret things that I can't be sharing in public. And you can check that out on my Facebook page. You will see the link to this program. You can attend. It's going to be holding next week. I think next week, Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to share this and more. But this is what I'm talking about. There are 3 levels of cash flow that you can get from asset, from real estate. Real estate will give you 3 levels of cash flow. Real estate will give you 3 levels of cash flow. The number 1 level of cash flow that you get in real estate is what I call leverage cash flow. What I call it? Leverage cash flow. What does leverage cash flow do for you? It helps you to collapse your time. And how do you get leverage cash flow in real estate? By buying a land with a compare strategy. If you buy a land with a compare strategy, it helps you to collapse your time. When my neighbor bought 4 plots of land for less than about 4 million, and in 4 years, he sold it for 160 million. What happened to my neighbor? My neighbor has just bought leverage cash flow. It collapsed time for him. He made 160 million and invested that 60 million to other business. And then today he has grown his real estate portfolio to a couple of billions. When I bought the land for less than 30 million and I sold it for 300 million in less than 4 to 5 years, what have I done? I collapsed time. That is leverage cash flow. That's what land should do for you. Now, when you are buying land and it's not doing leverage cash flow for you, it's not collapsing time for you, what are you buying it for? You are not being respectful to yourself. You are not. Now, imagine someone, he bought 5 plots of the land I just told you about in Ikotum for 50 million. And in less than 1 year, about a year, he sold 2 of them for 60 million. He has 4 of it. That 4 of it, he has made his money back. And he has 4 of it that he can then sell for 120 million. Now, he has collapsed time. Money has worked for him. And he can choose to build on this land, the other one that is remaining, and begin to collect the next level of cash flow that provides. Is called lifestyle cash flow. What apartment do for you? Land build you wealth. Apartment makes you to live wealthy. And that's why I wrote a book. And I believe you must have seen the book before now. This is my book on how to live wealthy. The second of this book is coming out in the next couple of 1 or 2 months, called Cash Flow for Life. And this is cash flow machine, real estate cash flow machine. Now, so what happened? Land build wealth. Apartment makes you live wealthy. Land build wealth. Apartment makes you live wealthy. Now, the combination of apartment and land make you to leave wealth behind. I'll say that again. Land builds wealth. Apartment makes you live wealthy. The combination of land and lands and houses make you leave wealth behind. So if you want legacy cash flow, we have legacy cash flow. We have lifestyle cash flow. So what fund your lifestyle is apartment. Apartment funds your lifestyle. Land builds the wealth. And the combination of the lifestyle and the leverage help you to create legacy. But it all begins with how you buy the land. If you want to build wealth, buy land with a compare strategy. And this is going to transform your life. I can assure you, it has done this for thousands of people that has worked with me. You know, it has done this. And in case you need a private section, perhaps you have, that's why I want you to attend the class, or you want a private section with me on the land that you have, how can you make money with it? Now, some of you have lands and you don't know how to make money with it. I can show you how to make money with the land that you have, because I can apply the compare strategy to the land that you have, and we will see the land. Some of you have bought a land that is just a wasted land because it does not meet with the compare strategy at all. And it's not your fault until now. All right, I'm just showing you how to buy. I've just educated you on how to go about this. I've been studying wealthy people for more than a decade. And I can tell you that every wealthy people that have used land to grow their wealth, from Papa Eleganza Okoya and all the other people, guess what happened? They have used the strategy. They have followed the compel strategy. But I've been able to curate this strategy for you. Number one, land will help you to build wealth. Apartment will make you live wealthy. The combination of apartment and land will make you to leave wealth behind. And these are the three things you want to do. But the fundamental of both of them is land. You can't build a house in the sky. You have to still build it on land. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a strategy today. You want to follow this? Or you want to do what I just said to you? You want to be able to do all of those things? If you want the deals I said, you can put it in the comment section, or you can private chat me for your own privacy and say, I want that deal. The deal is for a few persons, it's almost sold out, and it will be sold out because hundreds of people are going to see this video. But I've just used that deal to also show you what is possible and what people can do and what you can also do. There are other lands you can buy. There are some land that are 1 million, 2 million. But before you pick them up, always check the compare strategy. Does it meet with the compare strategy? Because there are many land that don't meet with the compare strategy. And if your objective is to build wealth that will be able to help you to live life on your own terms, you need to follow what I've shared with you. It will change your life. It changed mine. It has changed the life of thousands and thousands of people. This is how to create wealth in real estate in any economy. Follow this strategy. It works all the time. It works all the time. So, if you do this, it will help you. So thank you, everyone. I've just been able to share with you, and I hope this helped you a lot today. And I need you to work on it. Share this video with as many people as you can. Do not leave this page until you just click the share button and let someone see it. You may want to put the names of your friends in the comment section so that they can also see this video, because it's going to help you. Okay? You are an investor, you want to invest, or you have bought a land, you would like me to show you how to do more of this, you can private chat me. And it's going to help you a lot. If you sell real estate, use this to help your client. Use this to study this again and again. Pick up the book, The Compare Strategy. It's only a 5,000 naira. Pick up the book. It's an ebook. You know, you can read it in one sitting, but read it again. You can apply the book anywhere in the world. It's going to change your life. I've seen people use this book to change their life. You want to do the same as well. And so, I hope this help you. I hope this help you. So help me to help other people. Share this video with as many people as possible. Because you see, one land can change your fortune forever. But you must know how to look for it. One land can change your fortune forever. You must know where to look for it. One land can change your fortune forever. You must know where to look for it. Until I see you again, my name is Tade Cash. And if you have not yet followed me on Facebook, follow me on Tade Cash. It's very important. And you know what? I have several videos for you on YouTube. Just go to Tade Cash TV on YouTube. You will see a lot of my videos, several favorite videos on sales, on closing deals, on building your personal economy. By the way, there is a live class I did a couple of days ago called How to Profit from Bad Economy. You know, it's on my timeline, or you can go on my YouTube and watch it. It's going to change your life. It's changing many people's perspective, because the biggest error right now is an error in perception. So if you can change your perception, you can change your life. I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing you again. My name is Tade Cash. Until I see you, bye for now. Bye.